Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it's Paydirt review time again. And this time we're going to be re-reviewing CarolinaProspectors.net. Now, I did recently review them, but a really good friend of mine happened to be going by their store in North Carolina, and he asked me if I wanted him to pick me up anything. And of course, I said yes, pick me up a bag of Paydirt. And this is what he picked me up. Their 60 to 70 pound bag of Paydirt called their Lucky Strike bag. Now, this is not available on their website because it costs a lot of money to ship this to me, and I think it doesn't have enough gold to warrant that. But if you happen to be going by their store and see this, you might want to pick up a bag, so we're going to review it and see how much gold is in it. This is definitely the biggest bag of Paydirt I have ever tried to pan out for a review, so I'm pretty excited to see just how long it's going to take to pan it all out and recover any gold that's in it. Before I can do that, we need to go to the overhead so we can classify this down, weigh it up, and see what's inside of this bag. As you saw, I did not flash up a description because there really isn't one. You cannot order this online. You can only purchase it in store. But as you can see on the bag, this is called their Lucky Strike Paydirt bag, and it only costs $20. There is no stated weight on the bag, but it is well over the 50 pounds that my scale can handle, so the only way I'm going to be able to weigh this up is after I classify it. So I'll be right back after I classify this down. Okay, all done classifying, and as you can see, there is a lot of material here. It ended up being just under 55 pounds, so I must be getting weak in my old age. It definitely wasn't the 60 to 70 pounds I thought it was, but it was still over 50 pounds. Now, I only classified this down 1/4 inch and below, so this is everything that was above a 1/4 inch, and this is all under a 1/4 inch. And just for scale, these are 14-inch pans, and there is a lot of material to pan through, so let's just get started with the plus 1/4 inch and listen to a lot of music. Well, finished panning everything out as you saw, and that was a beast to pan through, but we'll talk about that in a minute. For right now, let's show you the gold I found. Now, since I did not expect to find any gold in the plus quarter inch, I didn't find any, but I did find gold in the minus quarter inch. And there you go, a little bitty pile of gold. I don't know if it's a good pile of gold, but I did find a little bitty pile of gold. Now let's just weigh it up and see how much gold is there for that 55-pound bag. .125 grams. Not as much as I was hoping to find, but I did find some gold. Now for this lucky strike bag from Carolina Prospectors, this stuff was pretty hard to go through, mostly due to the amount of Paydirt you have to pan out. The gold really isn't that small, mostly in the -20 and below. It's just so much material to go through if you're just panning it. So for a beginner panner, I would give this a hard. For an advanced panner, I would give it a hard as well, but again, it's due to the amount of material. And for an expert panner, I would just give this a medium. And for the third time, it's just because of the amount of volume you're going through here. All right, finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review, and let's get right to it. This again was from CarolinaProspectors.net, but it was purchased in their store, and it was their Lucky Strike bag. It had no guaranteed set amount of gold. Its cost was $20. Shipping was free because you can't buy it on their website again. You can only buy it in store. So total cost, $20. Gold spot on the day that this was picked up in the store for me was $58.22, making this gold worth $7.28, giving me an ROI of 36.4%, or on my scale, a 3.6. Now, I could not test the carat on this gold because it is all too small, but it's $7 worth of gold. Now, for fun factor, I'm actually going to bump this way up to a 5. Not because you get a great ROI, because it is a ton of material. So if you're just looking for a really big bag of Paydirt to pan out over an extended period of time, find a little bit of gold, then this is a nice fun bag just for that. Now for Paydirt description, I'm going to give this a 10 because you're buying it in a store and you can ask them a zillion questions. And I know my good friend who picked this up for me did ask him a lot of questions about various items in their store. So for description, I'm going to give it a 10 because you can simply ask them everything you want to know about it, and I'm sure they'll tell you all about it. For quantity and packaging, they're getting an 8. It was a huge bag of Paydirt. It does come in one of those plastic burlap bags that remind me of old Gold Bay, and those things tend to leak and get dust just everywhere. So they're getting a 10 for quantity and a 4 for packaging and a 7 total. Customer service and shipping, again, they're getting 10s on both of those because the customer service is excellent even when you're just emailing them or calling them, and they're always in the store so you can ask them any questions. And for the shipping, I am just giving them a 10 because you're essentially picking it up and putting it in your car. Giving the Carolina Prospectors Lucky Strike bag a total score of 7.1. Now, would I buy this again? Probably not. And that's just because I had it shipped to me, and if I calculated the ROI with the shipping for a 55-pound bag, this was a really, really bad ROI, in the negatives. But if you happen to be in their store and want a lot of material to either run through a sluice or just spend a week panning, it's not bad for $20. So that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Happy panning. And if you're not already a subscriber, think about hitting that subscribe button below.